Alrighty, welcome down to the field for game one. The SEC, two undefeated teams ready to kick off. Number 3, Missouri takes on number 8, Florida. It's the University of Florida from Gainesville, Florida. Missouri from Columbia, Missouri. We're underway. Both teams ranked just inside the top 10. Both of them also undefeated as now. But again, now tonight, one must lose as the top 10 clash is underway in game one. These two teams have played in multiple SEC tournament title games, and Missouri in their second season here in CCS, and Florida back for a third straight with ham and crackers in this lineup. Chat, does the audio sound good? I can't tell. It sounds scuffed on my end. I hope it sounds good for you guys. I'm not quite sure what's going on in my headset, but I believe the audio should be okay, hopefully. There's 4:18 now left to go here in game one. So my headset's just a little quieter, I guess. I don't know what's going on, but it's not that loud for me. I can't really hear that well. But 4:08 left to go here. Game one, plenty of time remains. As Florida, Missouri, we've seen a couple of clashes between these two teams in the past, and Missouri obviously leads this series 3-0 over the Gators. Larry Ham and Crackers this season. Staff replacing Raid Florida this fall, so they've had a couple of different additions to this Florida roster with Hammy and Larry, but Missouri have been fairly consistent roster-wise for quite some time now, and Prim's in the lineup tonight here for Exodia, that I believe is now gone off this roster since the last time these two teams met in the SEC Tournament Championship game 2 seasons ago in the spring. Missouri coming off a Final Four 2 seasons ago, did not play this summer. Florida coming off a round of 32 exits. Number 8, Northern Illinois, a stunning upset now. Looking for postseason success here this fall as it starts with a big-time game against number 3, Missouri. See if Florida could get the job done tonight, but it would be one hell of a win for the Gators if they could win it. But again, Missouri is top 3 right now, looking to wow the committee, find themselves even higher. And it starts tonight with a W over the Gators. Halftime, about 15 seconds away. Bub's trying to find Frostbite. Is wide right off the post. No good. Larry will cover for now. Half the game just behind us here. Larry, let's stay there towards the corner. Sets up Hammy Crackers. Florida, though, still under pressure. Bumps from the left wall, trying to feed a teammate Larry. Towards the corner, no good there for the Missouri offense. They'll retreat back to their left corner. Now Florida and enter the gold zone. A chance down low, no one home. Sapp will fire, it scores 1-0 Florida. 2:10 left to go. The Gators able to strike first here in game one. A warning approaching now as Krim sets a retreat here. Larry nearly breakaway clear opportunity here for the Gators of Florida. Larry one-on-one. Goes underneath, couldn't find an option. Now Krim's blocked off by Sapp. Florida's defense will remain unscathed for now. This clock now against Missouri. Double quick Sapp towards center field, speeds, bumps down low. He's got a half tank to use here. 90 seconds and change to go. Chad put predictions in chat below. As Missouri, Florida, a top 10 battle to best of 5 for a first place position in the SEC. So Larry will cut that pass off just in time. Final minute approaching here, as Florida's defense trying to hang on. So a 1-goal affair for now. Final 60. Florida hang tight. A reverse flick there for Bubs. Will find one touch over. There's Larry and Ham and Crackers collide there. Rebound, no good. Sapp off the save. Missouri nearly a chance there. One more look inside. Ham and Crackers will cover for now for the Gator defense. 40 seconds left to go. Time's ticking here for the Tigers. 30 to go, Crims. Down the low, Hammy's bumped off. Larry can't save it. Bubs able to equalize. 28 seconds left. 1-1. Larry nearly got a piece of that ball to keep Missouri off the score sheet. We remain now tied again at 1 after 4 minutes and 32 seconds of regulation. Now the Gators. One more look here. Sapp trying to fake under. Couldn't get it to go. It's now Crims with nothing in the tank. Hammy Cracker stops the first opportunity. It's Frostbite a little wide left there. Bumps one more look inside for Frostbite. Sapp able to hold it off. Crims blocked away by Larry towards the corner. That'll do it for regulation. We got overtime in game 1. Sapp and Frostbite off the kickoff. Florida will start overtime with possession. Missouri quickly though, 2 into the Florida zone. Sapp trying to clear pressure. Will feed Hammy in midfield. He'll go feed it down to Sapp. Couldn't place it on target. Rebound for Larry. No good. But a near opportunity gone by the wayside for Florida. As Hammy had Sapp in the right spot, just couldn't feed the ball in the proper spot of the net there. Hammy a 50. Good save for Bubs. Play will continue on. 30 on the clock. Chat says sweep incoming. Gators in 5. Gators in 4 or 5. So we're seeing the Florida favorite right now in chat. But again, this is a really good Missouri roster. They have dropped some games to middle of the pack SEC teams, which is a little concerning. But you know, when it's time to play these big boys, you know, this is not a team to scoff at by any measure. Larry, midfield, trying to feed Hammy into a backboard. No double attempt in time with Booth not in the tank. Florida's offense so will remain deep in goal territory. Bubs a flick, a long shot there. Hammy Crackers off the save. Double in midfield. Frostbite fires. No good. Bubs rebound is also turned wide by Larry. Crims just off the post. Another look there as these second and tertiary opportunities for Missouri just can't seem to find the paint yet. It's a minute 40 on the clock in overtime. Play continuing on as 106 has elapsed in the extra period. Florida's got a chip on their shoulder after exiting around a 32 last season, trying to prove that was a fluke. And this would be one way to start that campaign to get back to the tournament and prove that that round of 32 exit was just a rough night for the Gators. As Hammy Cracker saw an opening, couldn't place it though properly. Larry trying to feed it back inside. Crims gets saved there. Sapp keep this ball in midfield for now. Larry alone in the backfield over 1. Find himself over a second, but no one able to clear the front line yet of the Missouri offense. Double tip to the defense there. Larry. Goal tank, Hammy and Sapp collide in the corner. Another half of Rocket League played here in extra time. It's game 1, almost 3 minutes of overtime. There's the winner. Frostbite puts Missouri up by 1. 2:47 gets it done. Alrighty, on to game 2. 12 shots there for Missouri. It is 6 of Florida. Game 1, extra time, gets it done for the Tigers. Incoming 4 in a row. Well, it's just best of 5, so you just have to win 3 to win this one here in week number 4 of CCS Season 7. As the Missouri Tigers lead by 1. It's Game 2. Little kickoff option there. Florida started out Game 1 hot with an offensive early goal. We'll see if they can get that back here. In Game 2, as Hammy fires and scores 1-0. There's the lead immediately established. Gators back on the board here in Game 2, 1-0, 13 seconds into regulation. Four minutes, 45 seconds, plenty of time for Mizzou to come back here. It took them almost the whole Game 1 to get that final goal to tie us and send us into overtime. We'll see how long it takes here to tie it back up in Game 2, as with Florida's defense has to stay composed. Larry's in trouble. We'll find the opening save there. Same Crackers flip reset. Sap broken up there by a teammate. I believe that was in the corner. Florida's offense still hanging well so far, up 1-0. 2-1 the offensive count, or 2-all in the offense count in this series here. Sap towards the corner. Florida really probably feels like Game 1 should have been theirs after the couple of really great looks they had in the extra period. Nothing able to fall through. The offense couldn't turn in the couple of connections they had. Missouri capitalized off the defensive error. Now an opportunity here for Frostbite is no good. Sap will clear. And the Crackers good clear forward. Bums putting it back towards his own goal. Larry towards the opposite corner here, trying to re-enter through goal line here. Sap's in trouble. Hammy Crackers will take it for himself. Goes high into a double attempt. It's no good. 2 minutes off the clock here. They're still trailing 1. Plenty of time though still to go. Frostbite can fake a musty, trying to feed Crims. He's around 2 Hammy Crackers. Stuff that one in time towards the corner. Almost a double there for Larry. Would have been disgusting. 2:45 left to go here in regulation. Missouri still at the half, trailing 1, almost a second opportunity there for Larry. Sammy Crackers waiting for his chance to strike. Sap beat there by Frostbite. This is number 3 Missouri and number 8 Florida. For those of you just now joining us here this season of CCS, the committee has had Missouri close 4. They've moved up over Wichita State now to 3. Florida suffered an early season loss in the non-conference and dropped from, I believe, 4 to 9. Now they're number 8 here in week 4. Just bumps into the backboard there, no good. Florida was swept by number 9 Syracuse 3 weeks ago. Missouri is perfectly undefeated as of right now. Could change here in about 30 minutes if Florida can find a way to get back into this series. As Bob slip reset in the backboard, feeds 1, no one home as Hammy Crackers will stop it first in the goal line. Larry good 50, forcing it out of harm's way, and Hammy Crackers will get more pressure relieved from the Florida defense. So again, Florida has led all regulation since the 4:47 mark. And again, now Missouri's going to take another final minute opportunity. Send us to overtime again in Game 2 as Hammy Crackers finds himself over 2, maybe almost a third here. Sap fires. It's 2-0, 105. The Gators lead by 2. "65 seconds left to play in regulation. And Florida Gators lead us by 2. That one's good, Crims. 2-1. Here comes the Tigers. 52 seconds. And that might get Florida a little bit nervous here going into the last 52 seconds. .45 left to go. It's Frostbite. Now with space and with time over Sap. Hammy's last alive here for Florida. It's 36 to play. Hammy. Taken out by Crims. Missouri will enter the zone again here. Finds the demo in front. Crims trying to find a bump. Sap's in trouble. There's the equalizer. 2-all. .28 seconds, and just like that, Missouri are right back into game 2. Hammy crackers. Florida now really will feel the pressure if this one goes the way of Missouri after the way things have gone in the last 5 minutes here. This Florida offense has to wake up one more time. Might have a look here. Larry down low, didn't take the opportunity. Crims to win it. In corner, it's no good. A rebound is also turned away. We got overtime again, my goodness. Missouri nearly won at the buzzer there. And there's off a kickoff, blocked away. That was almost bad news bears there for Florida. They just survived one heck of a 5-second defensive stand there. Should be 2-0 Missouri right now after those couple of shots, but replay on here in overtime. .30 seconds now, lapse in the extra period. Missouri won game 1 in OT, and almost a couple of chances here down low to win in game 2 overtime as well, which would be heartbreaking for Florida. Missouri's battled back. They've trailed a good portion of regulation. When it matters most in the last 30 seconds, this offense has found multiple ways to get it done and get this game back to level again. Florida's never trailed while on the pitch as well. They've only lost in overtime, and they've never trailed in regulation. They never trailed, again, going into OT. So this Florida roster, it just all comes apart at the end of these regulation periods. But again, they have not trailed at any point yet. Again, Florida defense cannot hang on in overtime. We'll see if they can get it done here in game 2, though, and at least extend this series to a game 4. The bumps open net. It's going to be 2-0. A minute 38 gets it done, and the Florida defense immediately broken up just like that. And Missouri leading by 2 in the best of 5. On to game 3. Now Florida has one last chance to get back into this thing. Game 3. Missouri one win away from staying unbeaten. Knocking off undefeated in conference play Florida, who's ranked number 8 in the country. Missouri's ranked 3. It's Frostbite puts the Tigers 20 seconds in on top here in game 3. The first possession as good as a goal here for Missouri. Florida now trailing for the first time in regulation. Let's see how they adapt to pressure here, now trailing. 4:27 underway right now. It's 4:17. Missouri has come from behind multiple times. Now Florida. Oh my goodness, a double attempt there. No good. Zap holds it off. Just like that, Missouri still maintaining perfect offensive control. The defense has not been tested quite yet in Game 3. Florida's offense has found its rhythm early, but right now in Game 3, it's still struggling to get back to where they left off. The late game struggles have been the death of Florida here tonight so far. Bumps down to center field. Florida's still with time and don't really have to panic yet. It's, again, this Florida team has a lot of resilience as well. A chance here, Frostbite off the save. We'll give this Florida offense, a frostbite as well with how cold they've gone here in the last couple minutes. Zap off the ceiling and down, trying to give a teammate a chance here. Missouri still just with complete control though, and this Florida's offense just can't seem to find any singular rhythm. They started off so well in regulation, early goals in both games, and even had a 2-0 lead last game at one point, and couldn't hold on tight to that lead in Game 2 or Game 1. Both of Missouri's equalizers were in the final minute. Brims down low, Sap will feed it towards the corner. 2-minute warning approaching in 20 seconds. Miss there for Hammy Crackers, unethical there for Hammy. And the way this series has gone, especially if Missouri win it and going into the SEC tournament, Florida's going to want a chance at revenge, and I'm sure they're going to get just that, but they know they're going to have their hands full in a best of 7 with this roster, but if there's anybody that can get the job done in crunch time, it's Larry and Hammy, so we'll see if they can get it done. But again, still got time tonight, 1:40 left to go. Alright, 30, time starting to tick. That's an open net, Frostbite bricked it. Larry will keep this offense going. Now a chance, Larry to midfield, couldn't feed it through, Sap turned away by Crims, and Larry, this offense still with nothing on the boards. It's 1:10 to play, 70 seconds now, 67 on the clock, 6-7. They're on the clock here in game number 3.
1 minute left on the clock. What a save!
55 to go. Time starting to tick off here for Florida. That's an open net opportunity there. Larry whipped, and I think that was Frostbite down low that had a wide open shot for a second. "40 seconds. Florida got to get something going here. We're out of time. Desperation mode now for the Gator offense. Have not gotten shut out yet here in this series. They led game 1 1-0 for about 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Led last game 2-0 entering the last 60. It's Larry looking for help down low, couldn't feed it through. One more look there, turned away, 10 to go. Florida out of time, it's got to be here and now. One last possession. Larry's got nothing in the tank to work with to start it. He will win the 50 though. Now Crim's trying to kill it. Hammy with a half tank to use. Now a full tank will keep it alive. As Frostbite trying to kill it, will be a little high and wide. Larry keeps it up for now. It's Hammy now with nothing in the boost tank to use as his teammates bumped up, and Hammy fires and scores. We're tied. We get OT again. As Hammy Crackers keeps this series potentially alive 5 minutes longer.
The next goal takes the
3 straight overtimes in this series now. Missouri 1 goal away from ending it in 3. Florida goal would send us into game 4. That should be off the mark, and it is. Hammy a whiff, frostbite. Larry turns it away. It's Larry a chance to end it there. Couldn't get the block. Get that ball back going towards the Missouri goal line. It's there. Florida 2 chances already in this extra period to put this game away. Hammy. Take his time here off the ceiling. He's turned back by Frostbite. Testament to how strong this Missouri defense is and the resiliency they've shown this series, especially down by as much as 2 in the final 60. Clear there. Frostbite will break this one forward. Zach fires, no good. A little wide right off the pinch. Cleared. Larry trying to keep this one in the zone, and will. Frostbite alone. A rebound for Hammy won't go. Florida's offense feels due to score. Question is, can they get it done? Bob Spires, sap off the pace. Missouri shots are so threatening every single time, and Florida's defense has to survive onslaught after onslaught and after demo after demo. Physicality difference is not marginal in this series, but it's bigger than marginal, and it's something that Florida needs to work on marginalizing if they can. If this series extends past the game 3, Bub flip reset, trying to go in the ground to end it. Couldn't get that one though through the uprights. 2 minutes now in overtime, another 7-minute game here. Larry off the 50, trying to feed a teammate. Hammy Crackers turned wide, and Sapp at midfield keeps his team at bay for now. Tiger offense has nothing to work with in the boost tank, as Grim's boost will get wasted there, but now Bubs on possession in front of the box. Sapp's alone. Oh, full tank. There's the pinch. It's on target, but it's a little weak though. Should be saved. Will. Frostbite off the clear, now feeds Bubs off a quick reset. Do commit to the defensively. Sammy Crackers, 27 in the tank to work with. Florida trailing in this series by 2. All 3 games have required overtime. .316 Frostbite. Almost a chance there. I think he even had a potential reset there as well. As Crim's down low, last Sapp and Larry nearly let that hole open up for a little bit too long, but they did cover it back up. Florida's got to be a little antsy. They're going to be a little jumpy here as an underdog and trying to hang on in overtime when this pressure is fairly built up against them. So you've got to be ready to jump at anything, and this Florida defense knows that here in overtime, as we're entering now a 4th minute of overtime. Good demo in the back line. Bubs alone there. Larry trying to feed it through here. The dunk, no good. Sapp will fire a rebound as Frostbite turns that one away. Back to center field we go. That's a dangerous clear down low. Nearly escaped an own goal there for the Florida defense. Hammy Crackers nearly sold the game away. Oh, we play on. .439, almost another extra 5 minutes. The game played here, where all 3 games in this best of 5 have required overtime, at least beyond an extra 3 minutes. I think this is now the longest OT we've had in this series at 4:55, almost 5 minutes of extra time. This is, yeah, another full game of Rocket League here on this one. Past the 5-minute mark of overtime, no goals. As Hammy struck on 0 seconds to get here, so we're 5:16 from the last goal of this series. It's Frostbite taking his time, and he seems playing slow. And the overtime period, Florida's got nothing to lose. Florida again, they also don't really have anything to lose here. If they lose it, it's whatever. It's one game, but feels like with how much pressure they've had, they should probably find a way to end this thing if they're going to win it here in Game 3. And there's a shot from Crims. Larry will make the save for now. Almost 6 minutes. Now what OT here is Frostbite trying to finish it. Six minutes. Overtime here. Will we be on our way to a 7? Crims trying to set up a shot here. Bumps back to Frostbite. As Hammy Crackers stuffs that one for now. Crims alone backfield. We'll find a touch right where Larry trying to re-enter. Frostbite alone here. Plenty of time and space. No boost though. That possession killed off towards the corner. And now a double attempt. No good. Larry alone on the right wall there. And again, Hammy Crackers alone in the goal line. It's almost 7 minutes now of overtime. These two games, these two teams just don't want to end it. They want to keep playing. They've played almost another half of Rocket League in a full game. Now through 7:09. $7:23, Larry to finish it. There it is, 7:24. Florida finally ended here in Game 3. We're on to Game 4. And Florida sees themselves 5 more minutes after a 12-minute, 24-second game. My goodness. 12:24 of clock in that one. That took way too long. That was a very close game, though. My goodness. 11 shots for Florida and 15 for Missouri. That's the third longest recorded OT. Dang, what's the record? Is it still the Pitt Cal game from season 2? Or is this the third longest recorded OT this season? Or is it a record like in CCS? Q's Pitt. Yeah, I knew it was Pitt. I thought it was Pitt Cal, but so that was 8:04. So we were about 30-ish seconds away from the record. What's the second longest? What's between 8:04 and 7:24? Florida's going to take their sweet time to ready up here. Akron SCSU 7:27. Akron played San Diego State in season 4. Yes, I didn't. I don't remember that. Oh wait, yes I do. That was a regular season game. Alrighty, Game 4. Florida, hang on here. So we were 3 seconds off the second longest. Four seconds to break it, but 7:24 is still crazy. You're getting pretty close there to the longest though, chat, which is, you don't get to see that happen every night in CCS, especially even in a regular season. You don't really get overtimes that long. This Florida offense prove they can hang on for at least 5 more minutes here. See if they can get a Game 5. If you look down low, it's Larry, 23 seconds, and The first goal, unfortunately, in this series is 0-3. We'll see if this one bodes well for Missouri. And the first goal in this series has gone on to lose all 3 games so far. And again, all 3 games have required overtime. I think we've played more extra minutes than we have potentially regulation minutes at this point. It's fairly close, I think. We've had like a 7 and a 4 and a 2.5 or so, I think. I guess we're just outside of 15 minutes of overtime. I think we're at like 13 and a half. Sammy double is gonna be just off the post, no good. Would have been a big time lead in the opening minute, up 2. Yeah, I think we're just outside of 13 minutes of extra time. So if this game also sees 7 minutes, and we would have played just as much overtime as we did regulation, which is a little crazy. All right, Florida needs to lock in here. Chat wants game 5. It's 3:24 left to go. Florida's up by 1, but again, the first goal occurs. It's been a real thing tonight. As first goal is unfortunately 0-3 in this series. Frostbite fires, hammy crackers. Able to stop that one. Well, this bodes well, though, for Florida later on in the season. They know that no matter what happens here in Game 4, and if we get there Game 5, they know they can hang with them. As at least 3 of these games went to overtime. Florida's had multiple leads in at least 3 of these games. They know they can get the job done, which is good news for the Gators. But again, this Missouri roster is only going to get better, as well as this Florida team. So I think I'm fully confident in the Gators. It's 2-0. 2:28. Now Florida half away from Game 5. I'm putting a second thing out in Discord if this goes to Game 5. Exclamation point Discord if you want to join the CCS Discord. Exclamation point bracket if you want to see the league spreadsheet with the schedule on it. Those of you watching in chat are not new to the league. If you are new, then those commands are probably going to help you quite a bit to understand what's going on here. Screams feeds, Frostbite turned away at Sap. Off the save there, Larry. Trying to feed through Hammy here, Crimps. We'll find Frostbite in the backfield. Frostbite over 1. That shot might go. It's off the post, no good. Nearly a third there for Florida. This Gator offense still hanging on by a thread to the tempo. It's 3-0. 1:30. .90 seconds left to go, and here comes Florida. The largest lead by a team tonight is now up to 3, as Missouri is only led by 2, as well as Florida led by 2 in Game 2. Now the lead up 3 here for the Gators. Missouri has their work cut out for them. Frostbite trying to force through 1, he will. 108, they're within 2. Don't call it a comeback. 68 seconds left. Almost scored on funny number. That shot just wide left here. Rebound. Turn away, all 3 commit. This should be a Florida goal, but no one home for the Gators to turn it away upfield. Rebound for Bumps won't go. Crims to center. Bumps back to midfield here. Larry sets up Crims here. Now Missouri offense trying to re-enter one last time. Tigers with 30 to go, down by as much as 2. Bumps gets a demo. Oh no, double Larry. Will clear it away. Now it's going to burn a lot of clock off here for the Florida defense. They have to hold off Missouri one more time. So it might come down to this final possession right here for Missouri. They got to get the ball moving though, because they're out of time. They still got to score twice. Got 10 to go. Here it is. Bumps has to score here, and he will not. With Florida, going to send us to Game 5 here in the Week 4 of SEC play. As we have game number 5. Alright, game 5, both teams tied at 2. Finally, we get a game where there's no overtime. Yeah, South Carolina is in CCS. They are, I believe, in 5th place right now in the SEC. I'll fact check that here after this game's over, or somebody in chat can check it. But yeah, they are. South Carolina's top 4, top 5 in the SEC. Clemson is right now in 3rd in the ACC. Winthrop is in 1st of the Big South. I think those are the only 3 South Carolina teams in CCS at the moment. Winthrop, Clemson, and South Carolina. I believe. I might be wrong, but I think that's correct. Champ, you guys need to just come play, man. Like, get the roster back together or get new teammates and come bowl out. There's a first for Larry. 419. Their second. Yeah, okay, so I was wrong. But shout out Molly, thank you for that update. And you got Molly, you guys have had a heck of a season as well. You guys are just outside of the ranking process at CCS, and Mississippi State's off the L's best start ever, so best of luck down the stretch. 4:10 left to go here though between Missouri and Florida, 2 top contenders in the SEC. Now it's as good as a game 5 here, about as good as you can get in a series like this. It's set, trying to beat Larry, 1, 2, 3, no good. It's Florida nearly chance to start off game 5 on the right foot. It's 1-0 though still for Florida. Pitch, it's good. Larry, 2-0. 3:44. And you would drop the great pass, and I'm sure the Missouri defense wasn't wary of that. And now here comes some chirping. This will be an all-time win for Florida. Surely to boost the resume of the Gators in their tournament process seeding as well, if they can find a way to pull off this win. And yeah, although it's not the conference tournament, it still does hold a good bit of weight here, knocking off Florida, especially if the Gators can finish out SEC play unbeaten. One loss so far this season comes outside of SEC play to potential ACC champion Syracuse. They were swept back in week 1. Not dropped the series since. They also swept Arizona after dropping to the first game of the season to Syracuse. So they've beaten potentially the Big 12 champion and now potentially SEC tournament champion Mizzou if they can hang on here. Double on the mark, he gets a bump and Bubs turns it in, 2-1. What a shot. That's a beautiful shot. Got to give Bubs credit for that one. 2:51 to go. And Mizzou back within 1. Now Florida's lead cut down to just 1. half the game behind us here. Both of these two teams have had multiple leads throughout the course of this series. The first goal now, though, is 1-3 in this series. Florida finally broke the curse last game in Game 4. Bubs reverse flick on the mark. If it's South, will turn it away. 2:15 to go here in Game 5. Go to the group stage sheet. There's a non-conference sheet, and to the right is group stage. It'll show you all the conference standings and matchups the rest of the season and the entire schedule. It's 2-minute warning here in game number 5. Sammy Crackers take his time to backfield, a full tank. He's going to try to beat Larry here, I believe. So Larry now has a retreat, didn't get that full boost spawn in midfield in time. Minute 30 left to go, 90 seconds for Florida and a marquee victory on the resume. Sammy Crackers, big save. Crims down low again. A rebound is no good. Now bumps with nothing. Feeds Crims, fires, turned away at Sammy Crackers. Good read there for the Florida defense, and that was one heck of a look though for Missouri. Now Crims going to take his time into a double attempt for bumps. Couldn't turn it wide. 1 minute remaining. Frostbite. Larry broken that one up. Final 50 seconds. 30. Clock is starting to wear out on him a little bit here. Wouldn't panic just yet because it's a 1-goal margin, but this clock does start to become a factor, especially if Florida score again. "30 seconds, number 3 Missouri in trouble here. Good touch there, and again Florida will be a reverse sweep if they pull this one through. They were down 2-0 after 2 games of play, where the first 3 games saw overtime. Now with 10 to go, Frostbite will drop it, no good. A rebound is good. We're going to potentially have OT. And Florida's defense breaks down again at the end of regulation. That's just a play you cannot have defensively if you're Florida in a big moment here in Game 5. Larry, last look will go to Missouri. All right, we got overtime. Game 5 OT, golden goal. 4th overtime of the series here. Only Game 4 didn't require it. The question is, how long will this one go? So Missouri leads the overtimes in this series. I guess both teams are tied the overtime. It's 2-1 Missouri in overtimes in this series. Frostbite trying to end it. And almost a chance there. And Florida scores, and it's a reverse sweep. Missouri scores, it's game over for Florida. Sammy Crackers off the double. Larry beating their Sap. Now a full tank of the backfield. Well cleared wide, right to Larry. Back to Sap. No redirect on target there. And Crims finding bumps upfield. A bump comes through. It's good. Missouri wins it 47 in. 3-2. Missouri hangs on to a win. Game 5 gets it done. And they hold off the Florida Gators in a thrilling 5-game series. That'll wrap things up here tonight for the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in and watching. We'll see y'all tomorrow for a big-time Big Ten slate. So again, have a good rest of y'all's night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all later.